Oops, sorry, looks like I was muted. We're just waiting for this to go on the viewing page. All right, looks like we're good. Welcome everyone to this live webinar. Today we are going to walk through the Shreem Brzee Immersion program. You heard from Dr. Pillai just a few days ago about a new program, 6-month program that he has announced, and it is to use the Shreem Brzee mantra to deepen our connection with this sound in order to manifest inner and outer abundance in our lives. So he's developed a program with 4 steps in it in order for us to do that. So today I'll walk us through that. We didn't have a lot of time to do that on the other webinar. So let's go straight to the page where I can give you that information. Here is the Shreem Brzee Immersion sales page. Now, as you see, there's 4 steps to creating wealth consciousness. We are going to go through those 4 steps, mind, mantra, yantra, and archetype in the program. I will not get into the details of those teachings in this webinar because Dr. Pillai already spoke about them on his last webinar that was just a few days ago. Today, we're going to focus more on the components of the program. So as a high level, the 4 steps will be broken down into 45-day segments. So for the first 45 days, we will focus on mindset repatterning. Dr. Pillai talked about why it's so important for us to have our mindset be altered in order to create a new destiny, in order to be able to create something new in our life. We cannot recreate, we can't create something new if we're stuck in an old pattern. So for the first 45 days, he is going to teach us a technique that we'll be using and immersing ourselves in order to start shifting that. He mentions the influences of what creates the mindset, and that's our genes, biology, as well as soul genetics, the ancestors that have come before us who have passed on their thoughts to us, our environment, how we grew up, who we hang out with, the planets influence us, and then our past lives or our soul intelligence. And we'll receive a technique that will begin to unravel this mindset that we hold on to. And sometimes we're not even quite aware of all the details. Step 2 is the mantra. Dr. Pillai went into this, so I won't go into it too much other than for the next 45 days of the program, we will be immersing ourselves in the mantra in ways to incorporate the mantra into our everyday life, writing it, chanting it all the time, meditating on it. And Dr. Pillai will be delivering us a meditation that we can use that will allow us to be more aligned with the sounds of Shreem Brzee. He mentions that Shreem Brzee has to become your breath, your life breath. So he'll be giving us a technique that will help us to really vibrate with the sounds of Shreem Brzee. And he mentions that Shreem Brzee is life energy, not just money, but consciousness. Step 3 is the yantra. He went through what a yantra is, and in this step in the program, for the next 45 days in the program, we'll be deepening our connection and learning a new technique on how to use the yantra. The yantra is a geometrical representation of the sound Shreem Brzee. And when we use it in particular ways, it allows us to vibrate even more deeply with this sacred sound. The 4th step is the archetype. So if you think of these 4 steps in a progression, first we're clearing out what has been created, or where we're at. What's the playing field here? What are our thoughts? What are our beliefs? What are our conceptions? we're going to be working on clearing those out so we can create something new. The next step is then filling that with the mantra, filling our consciousness, our cells, our thoughts with the mantra. And he said in the webinar to shift the mind to the mantra. Then the next step is deepening the relationship with the mantra, and that's the yantra. The yantra is a machine that keeps the yantra going the yantra is a machine that keeps the mantra going all the time. So once we've shifted our mindset, introduced to an initiation empowerment with the mantra, deepening our connection with the mantra through this machine, literally, that perpetuates the mantra, now we get to the next stage where this sound becomes almost three-dimensional, right? The archetype is born from this sound. And this is the goddess. This is a divine feminine. And we reference her as goddess Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth, of beauty, of prosperity, joy. And she can give us messages. She can give us, she can come to us in our dreams. She can give us guidance. And Dr. Pillai will be teaching us a technique on how to deepen our connection or create a new connection with that goddess, the Shreem Brzee Lakshmi goddess. And that'll be the final 45 days of the program. So that's an overview of the steps, the types of teachings we will be learning from Dr. Pillai. Now, what are the components? How is this program being delivered? Dr. Pillai will be delivering new techniques for these 4 steps, and those will be delivered to us via a website, which is exclusive for the members. You get lifetime access to that, so you always have access to these teachings beyond the course, these 6 months. So that's what this section is up here, exclusive teachings from Dr. Pillai on those 4 steps. And then we keep the energy going. So we're not just delivering you these teachings and letting you go off on your own. One of the most amazing parts of this program is the engagement, is that every week for 6 months, we will be getting together with you every Sunday to meditate together and give an antidote or some additional support for the teaching that Dr. Pillai has given in order for you to implement it into your life in a more practical way. Right, so these teachers that have been trained by Dr. Pillai or are certified at the Pillai Center are able to support all the members of the community to really being able to implement their daily practice, answer questions, have support that allows us to interact with you on these group calls. These calls are amazing. People have breakthroughs in them. Being able to meditate together is more powerful than meditating alone. We've had so many testimonials of people saying, wow, I've been doing this on my own for 3 weeks, and now together, since I joined this call, it's a totally different experience. So those are on Sunday, the Sunday teaching calls. And then on Mondays, this is a little pick-me-up, right? So every Monday, we get together and share our miracle stories. It is really important to acknowledge when miracles happen, because that is the way we get to reinforce them. I was hosting these miracle calls in the last program that happened, and it really forced me to think, oh, wow, what did I experience last week? Because it's so common for the mind to forget. And that helps us to state it out loud to others, inspire others, and reinforce to ourselves how things are happening, things are progressing. It's also very inspiring, and we pray together. We come together in prayer on these calls to help support everyone's manifestations. And then on Wednesdays, we get together for Shreem Brzee chanting. Again, being able to be in a group setting and magnifying those the chants. And then the Pillai Center teacher who hosts this call is also an astrologer, and she can answer questions about time energies. On the last program, Dr. Pillai said he'll be teaching us a bit about what time is good for meditating to Shreem Brzee. So we'll be in the program be covering a little bit about timings and why they're so important to follow doing the right thing at the right time. Now, the 5-day Fire Labs are really spectacular. We have gotten so much amazing feedback from these. there's a Western student that's trained by Dr. Pillai who performs them every Friday. And she does it because Friday is a Venus day, and Lakshmi, the Shreem Brzee goddess, is more powerful on a Venus day. And then also during a Venus hour. If this doesn't make sense to you, don't worry. We're going to teach you all about this type of time energy alignment in the program. The point is that it's done at the right time in order to really feel the blessings of the goddess and bring that energy into our life. Plus, what I love about this is that it's all done in English. Of course, there's Sanskrit mantras that she's chanting and making offerings into the fire, but the prayers, the guided prayers, are in English. So we're really just connecting so much more with the archetype during this ceremony. And when we make offerings to the goddess, she responds even more quickly. So Fire Labs are really fabulous, and this is done every single Friday night. Shreem Brzee Power Time Alerts. I mentioned that we'll talk a little bit about time energy. So every week, we're going to send you a little snapshot of what time energies this week are power times to make note of, to make sure you don't miss, so that you're really maximizing your Shreem Brzee practice. Community support. This is one of my favorite parts of the last program, is the Facebook group. I would go there and I would leave uplifted, no doubt. The people in the program are so positive. If anyone's having a problem or a doubt, everyone else rushes to their support. It was a really safe zone to be able to share anything that was bothering you or issues you were having, even doubts and fears that you may feel wouldn't be appropriate. But this is a very safe space to be able to receive the support we need. We're human. We have negative minds. It's just the way it is. This program helps to reinforce the positivity, reinforce the faith, so that when we have that faith again, it's restored. We do our practice, we do our manifestations. That's the energy that blossoms out of it. So program support, to me, it's worth the program just to have the community support. I mentioned already that it's a lifetime access to the private membership website. Now, all of the above that I mentioned is listed or included in the silver, gold, and platinum programs. And then now these few are in platinum only, because the difference between platinum and the other groups is that it has one-on-one individual coaching as well as weekly coaching. So we're calling it Manifesting Mastermind Group, but it's a place for small groups of people, meaning 6 to 10 individuals in a pod or in a group, where you'll be grouped with people so that you create a bond with them. You create accountability with your team. You will be able to share your intentions of what you're creating that week, your goals, and then when the next week comes around, you'll share what you did, what you didn't do. So accountability is really important. That gets reinforced in these group coaching. And then the magic, the collaboration, the synergy that happens when multiple people come together and focus on their goals is really magical. And that's what is referenced as the divine mind or the mastermind that gets created when more than 2 people get together to focus on their manifestations. So I've been in mastermind groups, and it is a really magical place, and I've facilitated them as well. It's a magical place to be. The accountability and the energy that happens is you really can't, it's hard to explain. But that's the power of this group of platinum, is that you're able to be in these pods or these teams, and for 6 months be really accountable to what you're creating. Because I know if left to my own devices without any accountability, I'd prefer to not do very much. So if that doesn't help our goals, right? If we're just being lazy. So these groups, as well as so your group, you have your support of your team, but then you also have the expertise of your group facilitator, who's going to be leading kind of the structure of the call, and have you be being focused on your goals as well as a different topic each week. I will also be consulting Dr. Pillai on if we should take a book or a couple books and be reading them together and learning and advancing more intellectually from some content that he that he recommends, and really learning it together and sharing. So those are the Manifesting Mastermind group calls. And then you also receive in the Platinum 1-hour astrology reading. So it's really important to know when you are beginning your manifestation process, is your manifestation supported by your planets? Because if you decide, I want to be an actor or an actress, but your planets are saying, no, you should go into real estate, and you go into acting and you fail, then you haven't used the intelligence of an astrology reading to know what to do that's going to help facilitate success in your life. So that's why it's really important to know your astrology chart and to know the benefits, the planets that will benefit you and the planets that will give you challenges. And then on top of all of that, for Platinum, there will be 6 personal coaching calls. So 1 per month, and that is one-on-one with you and your coach. So in the group, you'll be collaborating, and in the one-on-one, you can really go deeper into any personal things you may want to share or have guidance. So that's the program, the teachings, the community support, the human support. Now we're going to get into the divine support. So if that wasn't enough, because let me tell you that that is enough for a program. But then the next stage is going deeper to the soul level and clearing out, remember how Dr. Pillai mentioned mindset patterns. The soul technology or the spiritual technology helps to clear them out at a deeper level beyond what we're doing with our thoughts, because there's so much beyond our thought process. So spiritual technology is there are remedies or rituals that get performed on your behalf via proxy. So energetic kind of template that you are is identified by your name and what's called a birth star, and that gets given to people in India who will be performing these ceremonies on your behalf. These ceremonies connect us with the divine in order to receive more divine blessings so that we can have that karma or ancestor thoughts or limitations cleared from our past life storage, for example. So what do you get? In the silver program, you get everything that I mentioned above up until where we hit platinum. So basically everything up until the private membership lifetime access. That's all silver. And then there's platinum that I mentioned here. And now let's get into these remedies. And these are included in gold and platinum, not in silver. These are included in gold and platinum. And I'll go through the programs at the end as well. Right now, I'm just going through the detail of what each of them are. So you have karma clearing ceremonies. They get performed twice per month on a particular moon phase that is a window of opportunity to be clearing out old patterns, thoughts, and such. And connecting with archetypes, you can specifically do this for us. Then you'll have 6 monthly full moon Shreem Brzee fire labs. You can watch them. These are done in India. So remember, we had weekly fire labs that are being performed in North America by a Westerner, and these 6 monthly performed on the full moons are performed in India by Vedic specialists. They'll be chanting Shreem Brzee and invoking the goddess, the archetype. Hydration ceremonies, Dr. Pillai says that water is life. And when we pour water over something, anything, it brings it to life. And so there's a remedy or a ceremony that gets performed by hydrating the archetype and allowing her to become alive. And again, this is something you are participating in via proxy. Dr. Pillai mentions how our soul genetics or our ancestors are influencing us all the time. They're sending us our thoughts. They're even in our DNA, right? And it's really important to clear that out because they can give us bad thoughts as well as positive thoughts. So we want to clear out this, what he calls soul genetics, so that we have an open book, right? Or no, we have more clarity. We have less limitation. So for gold and platinum, you get 1 per month. It's called Tarpanam, or it's an ancestor offering on the new moon, which is the most powerful day to do it. So those are the program components as well as the spiritual technology. Now, everyone will be receiving member discounts. We actually, when you're in the program, we give additional discounts for anything else you want to buy on Pillai Center, or not everything, but some usually specials that occur. We give an additional discount for people who are in this program as our thank you for being committed to your personal transformation. We're also giving 20% discount on the financial solutions, which I'll get to in a minute. And on the silver, we're giving a $23 coupon for Pillai Center so that you can get your Shreem Brzee yantra. And we're giving the coupon because some people already have it and we don't want to just send you one. This way you'll be able to get something else if you already have a Shreem Brzee yantra. And then the platinum people will be receiving a $60 coupon for Pillai Center in order to receive a 2x2 yantra as well as a 3x3 customized yantra. Again, some people already have them. We didn't want to duplicate it. So you can either get something else or get your customized yantra. But we want you to have that customized yantra in the Platinum program. And everyone is receiving a $100 coupon for Pillai Center Academy. That means any other Pillai Center online program that you want to take, you can get a $100 coupon on it. So what I didn't mention yet is the Diamond program. And let me go through that real quick before we get into dates, which I have Earlybird bonus dates, and then we're going to talk about the financial booster packages. So I mentioned briefly on the last call, Dr. Pillai announced that he will be doing a Shreem Brzee Immersion Diamond program. This is very special and very unique because it is unlike anything he has ever done before. And I'm really happy to be able to announce this. The Diamond program is by application only. It is for those who are high achievers who really want to make great changes and strides in their life with the direct assistance of Dr. Pillai. So what do you get in this program? The program will start out with the application, right? So you have to say why you want to be in the program, what your goals are, etc. He reviews every single application and determines who he wants to work with. Then once you're accepted, he will ask you to fill out some more information about your goals and what you want to get out of this 6-month program. Then we will be scheduling a one-on-one conversation with you and Dr. Pillai. These conversations will not be longer than 15 minutes because that's really all you need when you're connecting with him, because he can see through a lot of different layers. And besides, you've already sent in the information about yourself as well as your birth chart. He'll be reviewing that. Then on this assessment or this consultation, he will determine what your personal practice will be. Did you ever want Dr. Pillai to tell you exactly what your individual practice should be? This program is going to be able to do it. One time he said to me, it's useful if people have a technique that is unique to them. And he said this to me a year ago. So it didn't have anything to do with this program. And so when we were talking about this program, that's what he said he wanted to do, to make sure that the Diamond group had a technique that is personalized. So he will deliver you your technique based on your astrology and your goals and whatever he sees in your energetic field that is going to be most useful to you. So that's your initial consultation with him. Then there'll be a span of 2 months before your next consultation. There'll be 3 personal one-on-one consultation phone calls. They're not in person, but they're one-on-one conversations with Dr. Pillai, 3 of them in this program. In the time in between, you'll send a monthly update. So he still wants to hear from you. He still wants to know what you're up to, where you've progressed in your goals, and how things are going. So that and he'll be reading those, and of course sending blessings. Or he may give, through someone else or some correspondence regarding your update. You will receive a 1-hour consultation from an astrologer in order to determine what remedies are best from you based on your astrological chart. Dr. Pillai may also determine what type of remedies would be good for you as well. He will be reviewing it, but the astrologer will most likely determine the remedies, or he may look at those and confirm or go from there. And then once you have this kind of prescription of what you should be doing, part of the program is that you receive 3 individual fire labs performed on your behalf per month. So that takes care of the remedies from your chart. Let's say you have something kind of offsetting your success, the astrologer will be able to see it, and Dr. Pillai may also comment on that, so that the remedies given can be performed, and that's included in the program. You will have a 6x6 custom yantra. So again, everything is customized for you in this group. Once Dr. Pillai reviews your goals, has a meeting with you and your chart, he'll determine what yantra you should have, and then that yantra will be created, and most likely your name will be put in the yantra as well. So again, that's going to be determined by Dr. Pillai. But it's a 6x6, so it's bigger than the 3x3, right? You will also have 2 divine channel consultations. It is with a person who connects with a divine being and then channels whatever divine beings come through. I've personally had this reading. It is extraordinary. Amazing information comes through, as well as advice. And they're very short, but very powerful. And you'll receive 2 in this program, in the beginning, or maybe month 2, and then towards the end, to allow some shifts to happen for you in between. And then you'll also be receiving a Nadi reading, most likely this Tulia Nadi reading, which is the newest type that has been revealed. And Dr. Pillai will be able to look at your Nadi reading results, right? So he'll be able to see what your Nadi says. And then included in that is the remedies that should be performed for you that usually come in the prescription in your Nadi reading itself. So that is the Diamond program. The Diamond program is only for those who can afford this type of one-on-one consultation. The monthly fee for the Diamond program is $1,850 or a one-time payment of $10,000. Now, some of you who don't have that type of mindset to conceive of that type of money may feel like that's a lot. But I have experienced Dr. Pillai's miracles, and I can honestly say that $10,000 is a drop in the bucket for the type of infusion that he can give and blessings that he can give into your life. We had something similar 15 years ago, actually, and it was around the same price. So the price actually hasn't gone up very much in that time span. So again, this program is only for people who are wanting to and able to take advantage of this very unique opportunity to work directly with Dr. Pillai. It doesn't happen very often, and so now is the time. So if you would like, we will be putting an application area on this page within the next day or so that you can submit your information. In the meantime, you can write us at office@pillaicenter.com, and we will place your name on a list. And as soon as the application is ready, we'll send it off to you so that you can send it in and we can get that process started with Dr. Pillai. Now, let's go to the early bird bonus and dates. Dr. Pillai mentioned that making a commitment during the waxing or growing moon phase is very supportive for growth. And so we're in that phase, and the full moon ends on the 29th of April. So from now until Sunday is an ideal time to make your commitment. Not only that, but we've given you an incentive to do this because we have loaded up a bunch of bonuses that make it even more enticing, more beneficial for you. So these are the early bird bonuses, 24, meaning every week, offerings to the Shreem Brzee Archetype, which is Lakshmi at her birthplace. This is a temple. It's a very powerful place. So every week you make offerings, you'll be making offerings to her. Shreem Brzee Sacred Ash. I went to the Vishwamitra Temple, and I have to say that it was one of the most profound experiences of my life. I walked into that temple and I was met with the deepest sense of love and compassion. It immediately brought me to tears, and I could feel Vishwamitra's energy and his compassion just oozing. And so at that time, when we just me actually and the guide went to this temple, we performed this ceremony, and the sacred ash that was performed there, we've taken with us. It's been energized on the Vishwamitra shrine, and you will be receiving that. There's not much of it, so we only have enough for the folks who join the early bird segment of the program. So that's the ash, and you'll be able to use it, either put it on your body or leave it on your altar or put some in your wallet. It's empowered with Shreem Brzee. There'll be mantra writing, 10,008 mantra writings throughout this 6 months. Then when you join now, you will receive pre-program bonuses. So what do I mean by that? But starting May 1st, you'll have access to the program website with the preliminary information, which is basically a meditation that was recorded with Dr. Pillai's instructions by Mohini, and you'll be using that there will also be weekly Sunday calls getting started. So there'll be 2 calls in May before we even begin the program, and there will be Friday Fire Labs before the program starts. So basically between May 1st and May 15th is when these bonus Fire Labs and teaching calls will occur to really just get you started and ease you into the program. And then if you are not able to register by the 29th of April, we have some additional bonuses that expire on May 11th. And this is really cool. I've been to this temple. It is this beautiful little temple that Dr. Pillai actually purchased and had installed and energized this Sundara Mahalakshmi. It's the supreme goddess, a beautiful supreme goddess of Lakshmi. And they will be performing Fire Labs there every month on the full moon and placing 108 lotus flowers into this. So it's really spectacular. It's a really beautiful bonus. There are so many testimonials. I'm not going to get into that right now. Now let's review the program packages so that in case you have any questions. Silver, gold, and platinum. And they're basically listed out everything that I mentioned. The 6-month program, the weekly teaching calls, the Monday miracle calls, the Wednesday chanting calls, the Friday Fire Labs, private Facebook group, support, your $100 gift card, your $23 gift card, and 20% off of the financial packages, plus all of the bonuses when you register before April 29th. And then for gold, you're adding a bigger gift card plus these remedies that we already went through. And then for platinum, everything that's in gold plus the personal coaching calls, the weekly group calls, an astrology reading, and a separate private Facebook group. We'll be creating some additional connection with you folks throughout the week. And the value, I should say, of the silver, when you add up everything that's in it, is over $1,000. But we're pricing it at $350 for a 6-month period, which turns out to be $65 per month if you prefer that type of payment. So you're basically saving $700 on that program. Gold, when you add up everything that is in gold, the value is over $2,100. So the actual price is $700 for a 6-month period, or if you need to pay monthly, it's $130 per month. And the savings there is $1,400 if you add up the value of what you're getting, because we have to go and perform all of these rituals for you. We hire everyone to do these, the support calls, the Fire Labs, all of this that comes with it. So That's gold. And then platinum is the actual value when you add everything up, individual coaching calls, group coaching calls, astrology reading, etc. Over $3,700. So you're saving $2,200 if you register for platinum. So what I love is that we've given an immense amount of value for as low as we possibly can price it out. Because what we know is that being in community, being in accountability, being in a program causes us to take action, causes us to do the techniques. And a magic happens when we commit to something. So this is what I absolutely love about the programs, is the inner shifts that occur. And people have said to me after joining the last program, you know, as soon as I committed, as soon as I joined, things started working for me. Things started opening up. I started having new thoughts. And then once the remedy started, again, shifts occurred. Then after the first technique from Dr. Pillai, you know, mind-blowing experiences, initiations from Dr. Pillai will take you to another level, or can take you to another level of consciousness and experience of that. So it's really fabulous. It's such an honor to be able to offer this with a unique master, living master. It's not often we get to experience someone like Dr. Pillai, and here we are at this, and inside of this amazing course. It's really heartwarming for me. Okay, let's share the screen again, and now we will talk about the financial booster packages. So hopefully by now you've got enough information on the courses, and if not, note your questions. I'll be taking questions when I'm done here, which is just a few more minutes. Hang in there. So financial booster packages. Remember how I talked about remedies, and they're performed on your behalf. They really affect you more at a soul level, or they can. I've had experiences that when I went to India and could literally feel shifts occurring in my mind, in my consciousness, in my body, by walking into temples, by performing these ceremonies. These will be performed on our behalf, and they are a Vedic science, and they are performed by experts who know exactly what they're doing. So the point of these is that you have additional soul support for participating in the program, for doing your practice. You're getting additional support. It's an add-on. If you cannot afford it right now, then don't choose one of these. If you can, then it's a great opportunity to put yourself into some remedies and rituals, ceremonies at a very, very good value, I should say, because we've stacked so much in here and kept the price as low as we possibly can. So here's the financial booster package options. The essential booster package, you do get one. And these are year-long packages. So the Shreem Brzee Immersion program is 6 months, but we will not be starting a new one after 6 months. So the next time you get to enroll in another live Shreem Brzee program will be in a year from now. So these financial booster packages will take you through that entire year until we meet again to perhaps create another online live course. So you'll receive your astrology reading. Remember how I said it's really important to know what planets are impacting you, which ones are beneficial, which ones are challenging. You'll find that out. Then you have monthly offerings. I'm not going to go into every one of these, but you have offerings in different power spots in India. Obstacle removing, so that's for Ganesha. We have food feedings, which Dr. Pillai says feeding people is one of the most powerful things we can do, because when a hungry person blesses you, that is an immense blessing. Feeding cows, because cows represent divine energy and abundance. So we're doing that every month. We're performing the 108 names of Lakshmi or Shreem Brzee every Friday for 12 months. So these are weekly ceremonies. Then we have every Monday, we're performing again, a sound and light ceremony is basically offerings to the being to kind of get their attention, right? To make them feel good. Then we have additional ceremonies for Ganesha for removing obstacles, and we have another Fire Lab monthly. Looks like this one is chanting once a month. This might be a typo because I think it's supposed to be 12 months, not 6 months. And then you have a mala. So the mala itself sells for about $60 on the site because of the jade is that's just the price of jade. Jade is a symbol. That stone helps to support wealth and abundance. So you'll receive your energized mala bead as well. Now, this is the normal price of this package, which is when the package was created, it was created so that this all would be highly discounted. We're giving you 20% off of that. So from $59 per month, it goes to $47 per month for everything that is listed here. Then, or you can pay one time and it goes from $700 to $565. Then the enhanced booster package, you're basically getting more stuff. So I'm not going to go into every one of these, but and then the ones that are highlighted are new in this package. Okay. So what's new here is that we have ceremonies for relationships, to create partnerships. 9 planets, as I mentioned, they're so important to our success. We're doing planetary offerings. Then again, the Supreme Goddess is receiving offerings every Friday. And let's see, go down here. Yeah, again, I'm not sure if that 6 months is supposed to be 12 months or not, but we'll find out. And then this, for the product you receive on this one, it is a statue, a goddess statue. And I should have brought it with me, but she's about this big and she's this beautiful goddess and she's pouring forth, she's Lakshmi, pouring forth these coins. And Dr. Pillai was able to see the statue and he was like, oh, she's so beautiful. And she's quite beautiful. And you'll be able to use her to do any ceremonies you might want to do at home. Or just having her in her home, a 3-dimensional symbol of the goddess of wealth, brings prosperity energy. So again, 20% off from $200 to $160. Now remember, the $200 was already quite discounted. If you think about what the normal prices are, it's usually a light and sound offering, which is a puja. It's usually about $10 to $12, something like that. You're getting them weekly and multiple of them. Fire Labs are usually $36. You're getting multiple over the course of the month as well as the year. So this is a much lower price if you were to buy it individually. And then, or do your one-time payment from $2,400 down to $1,920 via Elite Booster. So a lot more remedies. If you're like a remedy person, you just want to load up, then this is the place to go because you can pay with this 20% off, $430 per month or $5,170 for the year. Remember, this is a year-long program. And your complimentary gifts, and this one is an additional statue for the Wealth Bestower Archetype and all these additional remedies. Now, I'm a big fan of remedies because I do my own stuff at home, but I also like to know that things are being done on my behalf because it feels like it's always working in the background. And we received wonderful testimonials from people saying that, oh, did something happen? Something happened and a shift occurred in my life. And that was because the remedy took place. So, but that's optional, right? All of these remedy packages are just in addition if you want to add on to your program. So my advice would be to first pick your program. Decide silver, gold, platinum, diamond, which one is for you. Make your commitment before the 29th so that you get all of those additional bonuses, which actually are over $600 worth of value if you register by the 29th. So that's step one. And then if you would like some additional remedies, see which one of these 3 options for the financial booster packages works for you, or things that you want, or which one you would like to implement or take advantage of. So those are all the topics that I was mentioning. The dates, again, April 29th to register in order to get over $600 worth of bonuses. And it's they do expire on the 29th. So if that's important to you, then please make that commitment. The next date is May 11th. There'll be one additional bonus that expires on May 11th. The next date is May 15th. That's really when the program begins. We'll open up the full program website, have all the content, not all the content. We'll be actually having just module number 1 available to you at that time. You'll be able to become familiar with that. Then on May 20th, which is the Sunday after the start of the program, is the first teaching call. So we will meditate together with the technique, as well as answer your questions and get together to see if you need what type of support you need. And then the program, first full week of the program starts May 20th or 21st. And that's when we'll begin, we'll continue. So if you have any questions and you need assistance to determine which one is best for you, write to us, office@pillaicenter.com, and we will have someone be in touch with you, speak to you to see how we can help you out. We certainly don't want you to kind of get overwhelmed and not do anything. If you need help, just let us know. Now so that concludes my presentation of what I wanted to say about the program, and as well as the bonuses and the remedies. So now I'll go and see if there are any questions on the chat that I can answer. Someone mentions, if we want to purchase a divine reading separate from the Diamond program, is it available? Yes, it is. Kimberly, right, it's actually not on the website. We don't promote it, but I can send you that information. So write to office@pillaicenter.com and just say, I'm interested in the divine reading. Another question is, will all workshops and all calls be recorded? So will be recorded, so thoughts that are not available, but if you're not available, yes, of course. So everything is recorded and stored in your membership website. That's the beauty of this site. You can log into this site, you will see the call details of when you can join, and if you can't join when the call is over, as soon as it's done processing, we upload it to the site so that you have access to it as soon as you can. And that is also where all of Dr. Pillai's content will be stored. He, he determines along the way if he's going to join us and give a teaching pre-recorded or if he's going to do it live. So we'll find out when, throughout the program, what that will look like. But everything's recorded, stored, and very well organized inside of the membership website. So you always have one place to go. Any other questions? Ambika, are there any questions that were earlier I might have missed? I'm just scrolling through the chat to see. No, I guess not. Ambika, just Skype me if you have any questions that I didn't answer yet. Someone is saying, hi, I've had wonderful experiences using Shreem Brzee. I'm wondering, why is Shreem Brzee so effective and powerful as opposed to, say, other sounds? In your personal experience, what makes this sound so effective in creating new reality? Oh, well, first of all, I really, really appreciate you saying that because it's true. I mean, it's true for me. And it's obviously been true for you, so that's fantastic. Why is this more effective? I think everyone has a personal journey and everyone has a different energetic template that we're dealing with. And certain sounds help certain people perhaps more easily or more readily. Shreem Brzee has been empowered by a master, several of them, as a matter of fact. Vishwamitra, the saint that I mentioned I went to the temple, he manifested for 1,500 years in another dimension to create the sound Brzee. It's highly empowered. And then he passed it on to Dr. Pillai in a very divine way in this lifetime. Now, Dr. Pillai, being a living master, is also empowering this sound more so every day. So when a enlightened master gives you initiation into a sound, or even just passes it, when you listen to Dr. Pillai's voice chanting Shreem Brzee, that's him passing that mantra to you. So that's what makes it more powerful. You can get a mantra off of a website, maybe read it, and it's not going to have the same energy that goes with it from the mantra. I'm sorry, it goes from the guru to the through the mantra into you, and that, in my opinion, is what makes it so effective. But that's a really great question. So thank you for asking that. Paul is saying, since I'm in the silver program, I want to make sure I'm in all the special moon fire labs. Will I purchase each separately? Yeah, so it depends on which moon fire labs you want to be in. You can purchase them separately. The level 1 of the financial booster package, since it's $47 a month, you get way more than one fire lab, or I'm sorry, you get more value than a fire lab. As I mentioned, a group fire lab is $36. For $47, you're getting all those remedies, all that list there. So it's a really good value if you want to start at that level to get additional fire labs. Or I think you might be thinking of the interactive fire lab monthly packages that happen, which are fabulous. You get to watch all of them, and you can purchase those separately. And we will be giving you a discount for those as well. So there's all these kind of insider membership discounts once you join the program. Stephen is asking, what time of the day are full moon fire labs and hydration ceremonies usually held? It depends on where it's performed. So these are performed in India, and the priests there determine on that particular day, or first of all, which day is best, and then which time of day is best. So avoiding any negative times, and looking for hours or segments of time that are more supportive for that ritual. So we can't say exactly when. It depends on the day. But the priests, the experts, schedule it in the most ideal time. Any other questions? So someone asked on a Facebook group, and I brought this to the attention of Dr. Pillai, and they said, well, I've been in other programs, so why should I do this one? And he said, I thought it was funny. He said, so you ate dinner yesterday, right? Do you need to eat dinner today? You prayed yesterday, right? Do you need to pray today? So the point of that is that spiritual technology, our spiritual practice, is not stopped and then started because we did it for a period of time. It's continual. We've spent many lifetimes accumulating karma, baggage, mindset, thought patterns. It's not going to take 6 months to clear them all out. It's going to take over and over repetition. And if you have the ability to do that on your own, then fantastic. You don't need a program. But if you want support of people who have been around, Dr. Pillai's empowerments, his techniques and teachings that he's passing on, the newest ones to you, spiritual technology that is done on your behalf, the community support, the accountability, the reminders, all of that comes with putting yourself inside of a program, that's what you get out of it, right? If you are really good at and disciplined, then fantastic, more power to you. I'm not one of those people. I need programs. I'll be the first to admit it. So that's why I love these programs, because I can see the difference. I see the difference between myself being in a program, and I see the difference in other people that I know personally, whether they're in a program or not in a program, and how they use their time, how they implement in their daily practice, and then what results get produced from that. So it's all interconnected. So I enjoyed Dr. Pillai's response to that today. Okay, someone's asking, are there any programs at Pillai Center that assist with setting up an altar? Yes, in the last Wealth Rising program, we had a whole module on it. And then in the Miracle School program, we had a whole module on it. In the Ganesha program, there's a module on it. We will most likely put it as a bonus option in this program as well. So we'll be giving you that information in this program. Yeah. Any other questions? Someone's, let me see. I don't see anything. Someone's asking about ordering a Mahameru and Shreem Brzee yantra. Yes, they are already energized, and you can go to pillaicenter.com and search for Shreem Brzee yantra, and you'll find it. There's 2 different kinds, 2x2, a little one, and then a 3x3 with your name on them, which is really fun. Any other questions? Looks like everyone's good. Any new phone apps coming out to help with chanting mantras? Yes, the Shreem Brzee app is going to be coming out soon. I actually have to review it and give some feedback, and then we'll release it as soon as it's complete. Someone's asking, can more than one altar be created? Yes, it can. For example, I have lived in houses where there's altars in your bed, like someone's bedroom, as well as in a main area of the house. And you can have shrines or altars to different beings or angels. So the next program that Dr. Pillai will be hosting will be May 6th. So be sure to put that in your calendar. And again, if you want to be in this program, it just makes so much sense to do it by the 28th, the 29th, in order to receive all the additional bonuses. Okay, there's a question from YouTube, which I can't see, so thank you for posting. From YouTube, Shreem Brzee, sometime not possible, what to do? I think that means sometimes not possible to chant. Chant when you can. I try to chant as much as possible throughout the day. One of the things we'll be doing in this program, in the mantra module, will be keeping tabs on how we are all chanting and implementing the mantra. So we'll have like little challenges inside the groups. So, okay, we're going to write every day. We're going to chant every day. We're going to have set personal goals on how much you want to write and chant and meditate per day, and then post it to the group to get support. Or if you're having challenges, why I can't do this, what could help me, then posting it to the group, and then collaboratively having feedback on what to do. Any other questions? Someone's asking, oh, now I can see YouTube. Can you chant in your head? Yes, absolutely. Chant out loud or in your head. And then someone's asking if they can't afford any of these options, what do they do? Well, there is a free program. So if you can't afford any of these options, one of the things that we are undoubtedly committed to is that you do Shreem Brzee regardless. So we created the programs because it's going to help support you to do it more and better, and with Dr. Pillai's support. But if you cannot, at this time, place yourself into one of these programs, then please still do Shreem Brzee. If you go to academy.pillaicenter.com, there's something called Shreem Brzee Starter, and that is a free program. Sign up for that. and go through the modules and do the techniques in there. So again, remember how I said, if you are able to do the techniques, do them on your own. But the purpose is to help facilitate a more successful use of the mantra and new techniques from Dr. Pillai, which is why we create these programs. I mentioned this earlier before, and I want to just, because I kind of did it quickly, this will be the only live Shreem Brzee course we do until next year. So last 6 months ago, we did a 6-month course. Now we're doing another 6-month course. We're not going to do a 6-month course at the end of this one. Once this program closes at the end of May, it'll be closed for a year. We will start back up probably April of next year. So if you really want to give it a go and be doing Shreem Brzee, connecting with community, reaching out, kind of getting out of your comfort zone, if that's what that is for you, then now's the time, because we won't be back till next year. I'm sure there'll be other programs that Dr. Pillai will want to release, but for Shreem Brzee, this is the one. And we are starting the program when the sun moves into Taurus, which is a powerful time for finances. So we get the support, the astrological support of this timing as well. Any other program questions? How do we see pictures of the statues in the new program booster packages? We can get them for you. Or we can try to. We might not have all of them. Let's see. What's the benefit of having both 2x2 and 3x3 yantras as found in the Shreem Brzee bundle? I have them both because I love the little one. I take it with me. It's my travel buddy. I move it around. Like if I'm at my desk, I take it at my desk, and when I go to bed, I put it near my bed. And if I leave, I take it with me. So the 2x2 is like, I love it. It's my companion. And then the 3x3 is cool because it has your name inscribed on it. And Dr. Pillai received this message, I believe it was a reading that he received, that said if you have this yantra with your name inscribed on it, then it's vibrating with the Shreem Brzee is vibrating, and it's creating a vibration between you and it constantly in this yantra. So that's the 3x3 is custom. It has your name on it. I love that. I keep that one on my altar. It's not that much bigger, but it's a little bit bigger. And because one of the modules in the program is yantra, we want everyone to have a yantra. So that's why we've either given you, the coupon code to go get the yantra as part of the program. But some of you were in another program or already have a yantra, so you can buy something else. We're coming out with new Shreem Brzee malas and puja kits and different products, so you can spend it on that too if you like. Let's see. Is the vibration different when you change your birth name? Yes. So for example, my birth name is Gina. Dr. Pillai gave me the spiritual name Jai Radha. And a name is kind of like your mantra. It's your vibration. So when you shift or change a name, it's changing your vibration. Someone asked, when you do the hydration ceremony over Shreem Brzee yantra, I believe I heard you can drink the milk. Yes, that is true, because the milk is now energized by the yantra. There's an exception now if you don't, when you do a karma removal hydration, you don't drink the milk. That has cleansed your karma, and now you want to release that. Can I add the milk back to the original gallon? You can, just don't reuse it, right? So because then you'll be re-offering the same milk you already offered, okay? So unless you offer the whole thing or just want to energize that 1 gallon and set it aside, don't continue to take milk from that you put the offered milk back into. At the beginning of the year, Dr. Pillai had a process for us chanting Shreem Brzee to clear our frontal lobe, midbrain, and cerebellum. then we would state our desire. Is that still recommended practice? Yes, it is a recommended practice. You should still do that. And then the next question might be, so what happens, or what do I do with ongoing or new or changing techniques? And I'll tell you what I do. I just move on to whatever Dr. Pillai is doing at the time. So there was the techniques that you're mentioning from the New Year program, which I loved, and I did them while we did that program for a month. Then there was the teachings from Wealth Rising, and I did them during that program, and I'm still doing those until the new program starts. Then I'm going to do those. So I just move along. Now, sometimes there's favorites that you want to keep, and that's fine too. But if you're moving from program to program, you want to just stay in tune with whatever Dr. Pillai is teaching right now, because it's the most empowered, newest channel that he has, or that, that he's bringing out through him. So he meditates all the time. He is in contact with divine beings. He's just this continual being of grace and light and pure love. And so when he passes on an empowerment to us, that's the empowerment you go with, the most recent one. If you don't move on to new programs, then stick with the one that you have, because that's your latest and greatest, right? But when you move on to other programs, then you can just let go of the older ones and move on to new ones. Someone is asking, it looks like more of a tech question, and we can definitely help you out with that. Pillai Center admin is on chat. She can help you. And then office@pillaicenter.com. Send them an email and they'll help you out tonight. Let's see if there's any other questions. Any other questions? Let me know. So someone's posting about Vishnu on a snake bed. That is one of the most powerful Vishnu images. And Dr. Pillai has been talking about that more privately lately. And it is because this image of Vishnu on a snake bed with this life coming out of his navel is deeply empowering and very, very creative. It's a very strong image. So if you want to look at that, so this is for the guest 272, then you should use that picture. It kind of embodies all of the other Vishnu pictures. Any other questions? Oh, I'm sorry. So there's a couple people who said that the coupon code didn't work when they were signing up for the financial remedies. Please email office and we'll get that corrected. And you can go ahead and pay for it now. And if you want to just finish the checkout process, and they'll reverse and credit you the correct amount. Paul is asking if Babaji comes in your dreams, does it mean something good will happen? Yes. Babaji's not going to bring something bad, but he might bring something necessary. But yeah, that's a really beautiful thing to have them appear in your dreams. Any other questions about the program? So I want to help you understand and clear up any doubts you may have about the offerings, the timing, the benefits, all of that good stuff. Looks like there aren't any more. Cardio Boxing for Ladies on YouTube is asking a question if Dr. Pillai ever mentioned about the Hawaiian, I'm going to mess up how to say that, but no, he hasn't. But he does mention that forgiveness and unconditional love is very, very important. So it has the same vibe. So like this, and now we're getting into kind of some other questions, but this is the type of thing you get on those weekly calls. I'm the program manager, basically coordinator. So I'm involved in a lot of the different components, and I oversee the program itself. And it's really important to me to make sure that we deliver quality and that you are satisfied. So weekly calls, they are with myself and other Pillai Center teachers. And this is the type of, kind of great group collaborative effort that happens where there's questions, sharing, support, and it's very electric. It's very alive, and I feel it's been supportive to my transformational journey as well. Okay, question. If I get a booster package with one statue, can I buy the statue of the other program separately? Yes. Yeah, we'll just need to do that manually. We'll need to add, help you purchase that. It may not even be on the store, but because if you're in this program, I'll make sure that it's an exception for you. But you just need to let us know. So write to office@pillaicenter.com and first pick whatever booster package you're going to purchase, do that, and then write us and say, I'm in the program, I want to purchase this one. What would the cost be? And I'll make sure that they give it to you at the best possible price. If we get let's see, any other questions? Okay. This guest is saying, thank you, Gina. I just want to say that I appreciate what you're doing for all of us. Shreem Brzee, I have signed up for the Silver program, and I'm already with the Financial Solutions Remedy package and look forward to working with you. Oh, I look forward to working with you too. Thank you so much. I have to say, I've fallen deeply in love with the members of the last program and plan to do the same thing in this program because it's such a heartfelt journey and such a beautiful experience that we've all had together. And when Dr. Pillai says that the goddess, Shreem Brzee goddess, she's not just wealth, she's life. She's consciousness, she's beauty, she's joy. And I have gotten so much joy from this mantra. And that's been my primary kind of result of the use of this mantra over the past year. So, and you can't put a price tag on that, right? I'd rather be joyful than be miserable. And but I also understand and know that the inner creates the outer, right? That's the concept. And so as we progress in our chanting and in our creativity and use of the sounds and the techniques from Dr. Pillai, it all begins to unfold. And it unfolds at the level and pace of our karmic imprints and our mindset, which is why we're going to handle mindset in the program as well. But remember, as Dr. Pillai says, money will not fall off of the roof, right? And our karmic impressions and our mindset pattern is going to determine how quickly or slowly our results may come. So this is a process that takes time. It's not something that is going to happen immediately. That's why the program is 6 months long. That is why you never stop. That is why if you were in the last program, you still join the next program in order to continue the techniques, in order to continue the process. I hope that makes sense because it is not something we just do one time. So this raw guest, if you can write to office@pillaicenter.com and let them know, I will check to make sure that this gets resolved, or post your email here and we will make sure someone tonight addresses your problem. Paul says, it's like working out, can't stop. Exactly, exactly. Because you worked out yesterday doesn't mean your abs are going to be hard for the next month. All right, so I think that covers everything. Thank you so much for joining. If you have any additional questions, please let us know. Write to either programs@pillaicenter.com or office@pillaicenter.com, and we will address it. If you are in the Wealth Rising or were in the Wealth Rising program, join me tomorrow at same time for a special message from Dr. Pillai. And again, make sure if you are interested in this program to register by the 29th in order to get all these special bonuses. But if you can't do it by the 29th, there's still time until the 15th. And I really hope to see you there. I'll talk to you soon. Namaste.